Good morning. It's Sunday. I've got more stuff coming today, but I went ahead and I joined some groups. I feel like Bill Burr would be so disappointed in me. I went ahead and joined some groups just to learn more about like really local, so like Central Texas and like beginning and there's like another one I did. Basically everything that applies to me. I went ahead and joined those just to give myself a leg up on, you know, since I can't go to seed swaps or meetups or anything where I could like learn directly from somebody, I figure this is the next best option. I have some more stuff coming today, which I did not expect. I thought, I don't. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
I found these.
Oh, cool.
And then there's the ones I already got you.
Yeah.
So
the ones that you just got me would be gonna be great for getting up in there. I was looking at that up in the corners yesterday, and that's gonna be a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. So those are perfect for that job. It's like the rougher jobs. You know what I mean?
So
Hi, Mama.
One step, I will go through that. I have stuff. I can mow all that down. I can cut all that down.
I know, but some of those like twiggy bits, like the big kind of like brushes of twigs, we want that for compost.
Yeah, it's fine. What I'm saying is like I can cut all that out, and then you can go and put it and do what you want with compost. So there you go.
That'd be great for my nails, actually.
All right, well, you can have all those.
Awesome, thanks.
But what I'm saying is I can go through and I can cut all that out
And just save it.
and we can put it in a pile someplace.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I just came across those.
Thanks, baby. He was making fun of me last night because my Kentucky is showing a lot. We say that sometimes. He's from Ohio. I'm from Kentucky. But I'm not from like nice Kentucky. I'm from like country Kentucky. And yeah, so like I think a lot of this is subconsciously like in me already because I'm just kind of used to making do, you know. And it's funny for him to watch this because he thinks I'm so bougie, but and I am, like, let's not pretend like I'm not, but it's this juxtaposition of the two things, right? So I think this is really entertaining for him because he's like, how is this bitch gonna pull this off? He got me that awesome stuff yesterday, which I did not expect. So now we have also, I'll tell you this much too. I think we're going to wind up doing this next weekend. Just because we get the kids tonight and then we have schooling to do this whole week. And you know how the last time went, it was like a fucking heart palpitations. But I'm not at all trying to replicate that. Like we're maybe not going to be as productive this week. We're going to get what we need to get done, but we're not going to be like trying to win awards. What was I telling him? Oh, he was telling me yesterday we went up and we looked because there's like stuff I didn't know this house had. So we actually already have zoned watering up there. Like they have sections. People who lived here before us, they had pigs here. They had pigs, they had dogs, they had cats, they had one baby, a shit ton of animals, like Noah's Ark. And so a lot of what we've done just in living here is just kind of reseed the grass because the pigs had dug up a lot of the grass. But I hit him up and I was like, hey, what did you do for composting? What did you do for this? What did you do for that? Could we pull off chickens? Like, how's this work? And he's really helpful. So I think what I'm going to wind up doing, Jeremy was telling me they had put watering in, and I actually already have blackberries growing. So I'll show you those. They're green right now, but I'll show you those later. But he's going to go through and like basically cut up what I tell him to, and we have a automatic like a tilling attachment to one of his other things. He's going to go through and do that, and then I'm going to put the containers on top of that ledge. So I'll show you. Up in here, so like that big tree, obviously not, but like all that area, I'm gonna have him we're gonna go through it and we're gonna clear it out, and in that back corner I've got some wildflower seeds I can put there, and then the one over here that I was telling you about, you can't really see because of the tree, but that big sunny spot, I can do blackberries are already growing there, so I can maybe trellis up some tomatoes kind of next to it. or do the tomatoes in the center here. I haven't really decided. But then I could do the felt planters with the cabbages and the greens and the whatnot. So, you know, this will be an experiment, right? He's really helpful and like handy, and he's just really capable. It's like one of my favorite things about him. He's just like endlessly capable. So he's like super down. And I think the other thing though is I'm gonna have to start getting into like canning and preserving, and I haven't had to do that since I was a little kid. So I've got to like brush up on how to do it, you know, 30 years later. He just helped me out. Look at this. He cleared out all of that, and he's blowing it out now. He just took a tiller and like saw that shit off. And then he cleared out all of that, and then from that tree back there all the way over. He cleared all that out. So that'll be, get you before the camera dies on me. That'll be my compost start. And maybe some, I don't know, bed start maybe, I don't know, TBD. But it looks so much better. And this down here looks so much better. This is gonna look, and we can just pressure wash the brick to get the green off, but it's gonna look a lot better. And now I've got legit compost too to help kind of everything, you know, thrive. And I got the go ahead that this could work from who used to live in this house. Okay, I'm so excited. I got my Thai soy sauce in focus. This, the Healthy Boy. This is the Thai soy sauce. I'm super excited about it. It's giant, so it's not, I know it's not gonna fit here. It's the bane of my damn existence. So TBD on where I'm gonna put that. Can I refrigerate this? Am I supposed to close the cap after and keep it free? Oh, perfect. All right, cool. Just gonna go ahead and do it now since that's the only option I got. Got my compost bin that I need to like tackle, but that just showed up. All right, so I just thought I would kind of check in with makeup on because that's, you know, obviously more appealing. So a few things. One is I misread something somewhere about these chicken coops because I am now seeing they want anywhere from 3 to 5 square feet per bird, and I think it's 30 inside that playhouse. So that'll be a fun exercise for us to see if we can actually make that work. Because they want roosting like 2 feet off the ground, I think, like 2 to 4 feet off the ground for roosting, and you want nest boxes, but they say like milk crates are perfect for that. So, and then I also was seeing that you can make it portable. So if you do move, you can just like literally have it on wheels, and then you can move it throughout your yard, but you can also like physically move it if you ever do move. So that's an idea too. Just like, might as well, if you're gonna build a bottom on it, might as well put the bottom on wheels. So that's a thought. It also makes it a lot easier to like roll it onto a moving truck, you know what I mean? Like it takes it from impossible to possible basically. So that's an idea. Another thing I was thinking about was, I think we've got plenty of space for one, even if we keep them. I don't know. He's very keen. Because I think about Adelaide a lot, and he's very keen to be like, I think they'll be fine. So I think the longer I sit here and think about it, the more I agree with him. I don't know. But I also kind of think like I could just chicken wire half the yard. You know, Adelaide doesn't need the whole damn yard. So, and they don't either, honestly. This is fun to think about though, right? Like, I'm really excited. I'll let y'all know for sure what I wind up doing. I just got a delivery notification. So excited. So exciting. Do you see that? Do you see that? Oh my God, I'm pumped. 7:30 in the morning, so free of my voice, but look at all the newness I got yesterday. This giant stock pot. A 9-quart Dutch oven. That's my 5.5 right there. I got a wok I'm so excited about. That's the lid for the wok. I got a batter bowl. I got one of the handled cast iron skillets, and I got a smaller stock pot. This is gonna be so handy for making hot chocolate. Oh my god, they heat up so beautifully. I'm so excited. This is all from Le Creuset. I'm like so overwhelmed. It's amazing. And this is my new compost bin. But isn't it so beautiful? I was drying everything. I was hand washing and drying everything last night. But I wanted to show you this before the house started getting loud. So exciting. Got my seeds. This doesn't look much, but it's, it's a lot. Hopefully. I just want to report in that it's Tuesday. So we went through that entire thing of chili oil in 6 days. So instead of making a cup of it, I'm making 2 cups. This stuff is amazing. It's so simple and I highly recommend you make it. All it is 1 cup of vegetable or like neutral oil, I use avocado, to 2 heaping tablespoons of crushed red pepper. I'm doubling it this time, but like if you want to get started, it's such a great 10-minute option. Highly recommend. So I'm gonna start, this is just giving me something to do because I'm so excited. So I'm gonna organize all my seeds out. And then I'm going to label my markers. You know what I mean? Just to like be productive on this in a way that I'm just so pumped. So these are all my seeds.
Wait, I'll be right back.
And then I'm gonna write on each of my little planting sticks here. And it came with sort of like a weatherproof pen. I'll show you. Came with this guy, which is supposedly a weatherproof pen. So I'm gonna get to work on that. I still haven't received my nails yet, so I'll tell you one thing, I'm never ordering from this person again. Because even with Rona, like, the lack of communication is really what pisses me off. Because it's you're still totally able to write an email. You know what I mean? Good morning. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. So I'm gonna go out. It's like beautiful. It's like 72. So I'm in this today. But I'm gonna go do some gardening and just weeding and stuff because I got my seeds yesterday. I showed you all that. But I also am about to get soil hopefully in the next couple of days, so I want to get as prepped as possible. And then last night Jeremy helped me out. We're like, I think we're just kind of decided like, fuck it, we're gonna really do this. So it's kind of escalated. Like he basically was like, oh shit, you're like actually gonna do this. And then we're both enablers. So we're like, oh, we are so not the people you call if you want to get talked into saving money. We're the people you call if you want to get talked into buying the bag or the car or the whatever, right? So I basically have not stopped researching. And what that's done for me is it's basically made me put in like a whole bunch of orders for seeds. So I just got I showed you guys yesterday, I just got my my first round from 2 different places, and then I just put in orders this morning for 2 more rounds from different places. So I'll have 4 total. Part of it's just because I want to explore, and the other part of it is because they all had stuff I was interested in. And then as I've done more research, I thought like, oh, it's kind of I hate using like punny metaphors, but it's planted more seeds in my head about like, oh, I should grow this, or I should do that. So I'm gonna do like flowers, melons. I haven't gotten strawberries yet, 'cause I haven't found any that I like, but I have raspberries. I've got blackberries already growing, actually. I'll show you those. And oh my god, I got Kajari melons. I got 2 different kinds of watermelons, like one's baby, one's this thing called Yellow Moon and Stars. The oldest really likes watermelon, and then she really wanted these blue roses, so I got some of those. And then I got 3 sets of climbing roses that are pink. And then I got a bunch of zinnias, and I got just like a bunch of shit, right? Just why not? But I'm gonna plant, I got a bunch of wildflower seeds, but I'm gonna plant those on the side of the house because it's where the deer come, and I don't want to put roses or anything there that'll like, you know, hurt my heart if something happens to. So I figured, well, the deer tend to come and like literally lie on that part of the house, so I'll just put their deer resistant wildflowers. We'll see how accurate that is. But that way, if anything does happen to them, I don't really care. You know what I mean? That's kind of my logic on this. And then inside, we're pretty protected from a lot of this stuff. And then I was talking to, there's like so much I gotta tell you. I was talking to people who used to live in this house, and they are, they moved because they had pigs. I think I've already said this, I don't remember. But they moved because they had like 2 pigs that between the 2 of them weighed 400 pounds, so they had to make some decisions. But now they're on like 2.5 acres of unrestricted land. So we're gonna go out there in like a month, and like obviously with all the PPE and distance and everything, but they are gonna help us learn about chickens, and then like just come out here and look at the chickens and just like don't be an idiot about it. So we're gonna go do that, because I feel like I probably texted that poor couple like so many times, and he's just like, I don't have time for this, and come out here. So I'm like, okay. So I think we're gonna do that for sure. Those chickens aren't gonna come until like August, and so we have time for that coop. And so I'm figuring, well, if we wait until June to go look, you'll have plenty of time still to get the coop done. And he wants to do that as like a summer project with the kids. So it just makes a ton of sense on that front. So it gives me opportunities to really like hunker down on you know, doing the initial weeding and like prepping of this back wall here, you know, and then also actually get whatever I can get going and start the cataloging of all the seeds that I've bought and like when to plant, and then start building my own calendar for like, okay, prep now, this needs to be refrigerated, like the roses need to be refrigerated for like 10 to 12 weeks, I saw. So you need like a 3-month head start on prepping those before you put them in the ground. So it's like stuff like that, right? Like it's just gonna take some real time, but that's great. So yesterday it was kind of gloomy, so it was supposed to rain, but it didn't. It just was kind of gloomy during the day. So I did the seed markers. So that, at least for what I have already, what's already come, not for what I just did today. So that's already here. And done, which, you know, is productive. So I figured I'd weed, but I also want to show you the blackberries, and then I want to show you one other thing. I was telling you, like, you know, we've just doubled down on this Oasis thing. So he put up all these twinkle lights, these string lights, on the fencing. You can't really see right now because it's daytime, but you can kind of see it right there. Oh my God, it looks so beautiful at night. And then we need to get more, like, because it kind of ends at that, right there on the fence. So it's gonna be awesome for, I mean, obviously it's just beautiful, but the other thing is we were out here after sunset last night just kind of checking it, and it illuminates so much. So when I do my nighttime checks on my plants to make sure like bugs aren't, you know what I mean, because I've been noticing that like everybody says you should go out every couple hours because you'd be amazed how quick some of these bugs and pests work. So I figured, okay, cool, I'll do that. But it actually illuminates it, so I can actually see what I'm looking for, right? So I'm like, this is like so perfect. And it only took him, I think he probably took like an hour and a half to do it. So we just hung out here with the kids and like made a whole evening of it, and it was great. So yeah, I'm like really, really happy with that. And then I busted out my new, some of my new pieces to make dinner. So I used the wok night before last to make fried rice, shrimp fried rice. And then I used my 9-quart Dutch oven and my smaller, I mean it's still not small, but it's the smaller of the 2 stock pots to make pasta. So I made homemade sauce and linguine. It was just awesome. It was awesome. Because every once in a while I just get like a serious craving for pasta. So I caved. But yeah, so let's go check out the garden. We decided we're gonna move this to the other side of the house, just so it's kind of protected and not, here you go. Here's the lights. It's just not, so they're not as visible, you know, the chickens. That's what we're thinking. I'm really afraid of snakes. Like, it's like my #1 fear. So I'm doing everything in my power to where I just don't have to deal with the damn snakes, because I can't tell you, like, I will become a Viking and do some fucked up, brutal shit, like some barbaric stuff to kill these things. I don't give a shit what their role is in nature. I don't care. Nope, not in my house. Go be one with the circle of life at somebody else's house. Okay, so, blackberries. Here's what we're looking like right now. So they're obviously not like ripe, but aren't they so beautiful? And I haven't done anything to these. These were already here, and I didn't even know they were here. That's how brand new at this I am. But they look so great, right? And look, I've got more over here. So this is gonna save me a ton of money on blackberries, because I'd buy those. The youngest loves them. Oh, I do have some ripe ones. Oh my God, yes. Oh, amazing. Oh my God! What a great surprise. What a great surprise. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay. This brings me so much joy. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse this off and eat it, and then I'm gonna come back out here and work on the grass. I wanted to show you guys one more thing that showed up that I thought I'd show you before I forget again. But I got these guys, and they've got the little holes in them for drainage, but I mainly got them for herbs, just to kind of get started. They're not big at all. Like, and I have small hands, but just to give you some perspective, they're not large. But it came in a 3-pack, and I don't know if I told you I got herb scissors or not yet. I did, if I didn't tell you. But yeah, so I figured just to kind of mix it up. I'm not also really sure where I'm going to put everything quite yet, because this list is expanding by the day, and I already ordered more seeds yesterday morning, so those haven't shipped yet though. So in fact, not only have they not shipped, but the one company that I bought from took a store break like a couple hours after I did it, so I think they're just like really overwhelmed with orders. But yeah, but I thought those were adorable, and they would add just a little bit of color and kind of, you know, I like that combination of like really rustic industrial and global. So I thought it would be like a nice little infusion of color and, you know, some visual texture before I got a little, you know, so it wasn't so one-sided basically. Do you like my shirt? So good morning. It is Thursday morning. I am gonna try to get some more weeding done. I'm trying to do 30 to 45 minutes of yard work every morning, like before noon, before it gets like super hot. But the weather's been like amazing this week, so it's really not even necessarily to get it for this week, it's to get into the routine of getting it done before noon, because it's not always going to be this like temperate and like perfect, especially this consistently. Like, it's incredible frosting. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to get some more weeding done today for sure. I made some really good headway yesterday. I'm also gonna go check out my blackberries. I ordered blueberries. I think I did. That also just put it in the cart. I can't remember anymore. It's like, this thing is escalating so quickly. Anyway, so that, and then I also, I think my composter, the bigger one, comes tomorrow. I think he told me it shipped yesterday. So with any luck, it'll be here tomorrow or even Saturday. But that countertop composter so far is working out perfect because between like predominantly coffee grounds and eggshells, it's the perfect size. We have it right on the counter above the trash cans, or trash and recycling. But it's kind of awesome. And I figure I just like, you know, take it out every couple of days once the thing gets here. And we've been pulling, I've been weeding, and like we've been, you know, trying to pull stuff so we've got a base for the compost. So I'm like feeling great. You know, I'm like really excited. The other thing, Jeremy's gonna I don't know if I said this to you or not yesterday. I can't remember. I'm homeschooling this week with the kids, so like my short-term memory when it comes to anything that's not like, you know, graded material is pretty shit right now. But Jeremy's gonna build the chicken coop over the summer, and he's gonna film videos for me on it because this is not really my forte. I can like help, but I'm not an engineer. Like at all, and he is. So, and he's like one of those natural ones, like everything he does has this like very engineered approach. So it's an awesome skill set. He's extraordinarily capable, but we are completely different humans, and I don't possess that, like, you know, my brain just doesn't work like that. But it works out great. We make a good team because his brain don't work like mine. I know I think I'm gonna probably, depending on how much I get done, or if there's like I think like next week there's gonna be some rainy days, I'm gonna catalog my seeds and like actually I downloaded an app, but I wanna get some sort of a seed filing system of sorts, just so I know like when to plant, how to germinate, how long it takes to germinate. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like a multi-pronged system, but I kind of like the idea of it being on my phone, and I kind of like the idea of it not. So, I mean, at the rate I'm going, give me a week, I'll have it all figured out. But yeah, I haven't planted anything yet. I'm just kind of, you know, editing what I've got existing and then trying to maximize the success, I suppose, of it. And then get the composting going. Chicken coop will be a little while. I called a place. Did they just call me back? No. I called a place just a little bit ago. That's like, I don't know, within 2 hours of us, that seems to have the chickens that I want. And I was gonna order started pullets from this recommended hatchery, but the shipping for those things is like insane. And like I kind of get it, but at the same time it's like holy shit. So I'm not doing that, you know what I mean? Like I'm not doing that, especially not for my first chickens. Like that's just crazy, because what if I screw them up some other way and then I'm out all that money in shipping? So I did some local research and I found a place that's like within driving distance, like a day, right? Like it's round trip 4 hours max. And I figure I could do that. So I called them and I left a voicemail, because obviously they're probably like slammed like every other place is. So hopefully they'll have the chickens that I want. They'll have the started pullets at some point this year. I don't anticipate having chickens before August. Everything I've seen, there's no availability, especially for what I want, for like them being started. The reason I want started is because I cannot have roosters. So, I can't have a crowing situation on my hands. So I need hens, and the type of chickens that I want are the highest like sexing error rate, which basically means they gender them wrong. And I can't take that risk. So I need to take all the steps I can to mitigate that, right? And anyway, so you pay more, but chickens aren't that expensive. So, you know, they go from being like $2 to $3 a piece to like 30 or like 20 to 30, kind of depending. So that's fine. And we're not getting a ton of chicks, you know, or not a ton of chickens, right? We're getting like 4 to 6. So I'm really not all that concerned about that. I'm way more concerned about just having hens. So hopefully with any luck, they'll call me back and say, I got you, reserve some for me and we'll be good to go. And then, you know, maybe by my birthday or a couple weeks after my birthday, I'll have chickens. But it gives us my kind of outlook on it is it gives us a ton of time to really nail this coop and get it done, because since they're not going to be chicks, you need to have the coop ready to go for them, because they're not going to be indoors incubating or brooding, which is, that time is important, right? And so and it's kind of this, it's a trade-off. Since you're getting larger developed chickens, you're getting basically like teenagers, you're paying because somebody's done work on those chickens. And then the other thing is you're paying for a higher rate of sexing accuracy, and I don't have to have all the chick prep stuff. Like, I don't have to have an incubator. I don't have to have the whole light set up and all that kind of stuff. I can just roll them out, especially where we live, because it's not cold here, especially the time of the year. We're not going to be below 70 ever. At 2 in the morning, it will not be 70. So I'm really not worried about that. So that's where we are. That's where we are on that. Let me know if y'all have any input on this, any like general advice for new chicken owners, whatever. I am all ears. I do not pretend to know what I'm doing. I'm just very good at taking advice from people who are seasoned at this. I also know what my limits are. I understand. I've been like so much research, right? I'm like eyeballs deep in research, and I recognize everybody and their brother is saying chicken math is real. And while fundamentally I get that, and if I were in a different circumstance, like in terms of residence, I would 100% probably be in that category. But chicken math for where we live is black and white. Like, I have a certain number I cannot exceed. So yeah, I'm not worried about like suddenly having 40 chickens. I will have no more than 6. That's how it is. So I don't have to worry about that. If anything, I looked into peacocks the other day. So like, if anything, you have to worry about like some kind of weird ass Oasis-esque situation happening, because I'm totally that person that's like, ooh, you know, could I? But then Adelaide like runs my show, so Adelaide would like fuck up a peacock, or really what would happen is the peacock would fuck her up, and then I would be heartbroken. I'm gonna start weeding. I'm gonna check on my blackberries. Hopefully I've got something positive up there. And then I ate that one from yesterday. It was so delicious. It was like huge. My hands are not big, and oh my god, that thing was like, oh, that was amazing. This is motivating. So anyway, let's go up and look at the blackberries, and then let's do some weeding. Look at this. This is what we've blown down so far from the top side area. Our little tour guide. And this is what we got today. We're looking really good. Ooh. Okay, so we've got some ripening happening. You see that? And then I don't know if I showed you guys this. I'm honestly not doing so hot at this. But I've got grapes in there too, if you can see. But we're looking okay. We're starting to get some color, which I think that means we're gonna be picking pretty soon, you know? This is thrilling. There we go. You see that? This is so exciting, isn't it? I don't see any. Oh shit. Let me put my gloves on because these things are thorny as mothers. Okay, so good news. Well, I'll start with the bad news. Bad news is that place I called doesn't do starter pullets. Good news is they gave me a recommendation for a place that might be able to help me out that's actually a little bit closer to the house. So, woo woo. All right, let's get blackberries.
So what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
well, I got like a couple things going on in my head. So what I'm thinking is we follow this edge right here over. So like right maybe here
And then back.
and then back. So figure out how big that is. And so, I mean, ideally what I'm trying to do is, because it's going to be 8 feet tall, I'm trying to minimize visibility.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
You don't want that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to minimize as much of visibility as possible. Go over there. Here you go. So we want to look at. So probably let's offset that by like 3 inches, maybe like 6 inches. Okay, go ahead, touch that to the. I'll use math. All right, so all the way to here, to the edge of the house, is 25 feet.
Okay.
It's 25 feet to the edge of the house.
24 and a half.
Yep. 20,
Okay.
24 and a half. Hold on. Stay back over there. All right. So like over to here, this would be, if I did 16 feet, so right here. All right.
Okay.
So let's see here, 16 feet. Okay. Come over where I put, butt to the camera.
Huh?
Butt to the camera. Okay. Actually, trade me spots. I'll put my butt to the camera. Hello. All right. So like that puts me. Actually, let's use this. Because I'm gonna go off that edge. Go to that wall, and I want to measure it right here. So it's gonna be 8 feet.
Okay.
8 by 16. 8 by 16 is 25.
So the only thing that you're really going to be concerned about, they make noise when they're laying eggs.
Okay. Is it like?
No, but it's like you hear them. They get kind of loud depending on where you are. So if you're like next to them, you'll hear the chicken under you. So if you're
Okay.
out here like whatever, working on like coop or something, you will hear that. Like they will hear that.
Cool. Oh yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
That way.
Yeah. Make money. I mean, I don't. Unless it's like 6 of them on, because they might not.
Well, 8 by 50 is 120 square feet. So that would be two, or six of them, maybe 2 feet each.
2 feet
Yeah.
in the coop?
Yeah. I mean, in this area, 8 by 15 is 120 square feet.
And you want 10 per.
You want 10?
Outdoor, you want 10, 8 to 10. Indoor, you want 3 to 5.
Okay, so
Indoor being coop, outdoor being run.
their thing will take up part of the run.
The coop?
Yeah.
But the coop is up.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Because
Okay.
I go underneath. I'll show you videos. I go underneath the coop myself.
Okay. So let's take this over and measure the coop. What I was thinking we could do
Yeah.
is we could do boxes, maybe on
Nesting
each,
box.
on each
Okay.
side, and then so box here, box there,
Okay.
and then I can take out.
The sink.
I take out the sink, take out like some of these things, like the.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the bay window.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty good.
I mean, either that or I could put.
We're gonna have to rim it with that hardware wire thing that I found. Not chicken wire, because predators eat through it.
Okay, go. See how big this thing is. Alright, that looks to be. We'll say 6 feet. Alright. 6 feet by 6 feet by 4 feet.
Okay.
Alright.
What is he doing? Alice, what are you doing?
Is that our sprinklers?
Do you have sprinklers?
There's sprinklers everywhere.
Oh. Maybe.
So we said 6 feet by 4 feet.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay.
What is that?
6 by 4. That's 24.
So 24 divided by 17 is 4. So you're right in the middle of 25.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to 5.
Well, I mean that's the square footage in there, but I mean when you add a box on this side and a box on that side, it's gonna kick it out a little bit.
Right, but they're not staying in that early nesting, and they all tend to want to be in the same box. Like you're gonna have. That's why I've seen children like I have 16.
So should I just make 4
What?
boxes?
No, maybe 2.
No. I mean like so the way I would look at a box is I'll close this off, and then I'll divide it in half, so there'd be 4, 2 on each side.
Yeah, but you okay. They only use them the way you get.
Yeah.
So just so you know, go for it, and then if we like move and expand this, we have 4. We get more stuff everywhere. We have 4, but like we won't need 4. We'll need max.
Well, I'm going to be filling this whole side off, or if I'm on camera.
Sure.
I'm going to be filling this whole side off.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'll make a box that probably comes to like right here,
Yeah.
goes across, comes out a little bit, and then I divide it in half with like a little divider.
So you have 2.
You have 2 per side,
Right.
and then you kind of go like this to pick it up. And then what I'll do is I'll put like a fake floor or something in. So
Like linoleum. Can you clean it?
Yeah, like I'll look at putting. So I'll look at putting a floor, then a floor, so that then you basically can just pull it out to get to the bottom area.
Okay. So that was 120. That's plenty of space. Because if you want 10 per, that's 12. So that could work.
And so what I think I could do is
15 by 6?
yeah. So what I think I could do.
That's 90.
Yeah. I guess go back to the other side. Like a little shed. Think kind of like that thing, and then we'll just get rid of that thing. It's just a hair bigger. That I can put the lawnmower in as well. And like this thing, what do we got here? This thing is less than 4 feet. So we'll do something that's you don't end up seeing it from this way. That's completely. So then it ends up being the only view you'd really have is walking across that way. Like this.
Yeah. That probably is easy. You're gonna measure?
I mean, I'm 6 foot.
5.
Go out to the street.
I can shave 5 inches off that.
Just go out to the street and
See if I can see it.
see if you can. Well, how obvious would it be?
Huh?
How obvious would it be?
It's just the top of the window.
This is the top couple.
Yeah, it's not that bad. But it's
What do you mean top couple inches? Is it like this?
like this.
Okay, so make it 7 feet tall. Then we're covered.
Yeah, and then they want to roost up high.
All right.
And then you want some sort of light in there to call them in at night.
Yeah, that's cool. See an outlet right there.
Oh,
This house is weird.
no, that's actually great.
Oh yeah, but it's weird.
Yeah, no, but
used to control the house. You could use that to put a script in. If the sun is down, turn on that light.
Oh, okay.
If the sun is up, turn off the light.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can do things like that pretty easily. So I think what I would do right here is where I would put the
House?
Put the house. And I think what we'll just do is just set it up so that we can walk around the thing. So you could just walk.
Have it in the middle?
Yeah.
I think that's good too for predators. Like at night.
And
Because
then
if it's not in a corner, you don't have like a protected kind of access point for them to work their way through.
well, my computer's right here too, so I can set up a camera.
Oh, perfect.
So I can set up
That's
a
boot camp.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, the only thing I'll have to do is I got to do some. I could, I'll just make it 7 feet tall, and it won't be as bad. And then it would actually be like 8 feet tall right here,
Yeah.
and 7 feet on this side, because there's a little bit of a grade.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what the difference is. But yeah, there's a little bit of a grade here. Do that.
Okay.
All right. I can figure out material cost.
And I'll show you some I'll show you the videos of like what they sound like. I just watched one like an hour ago. And then I'll show you a video of the one guy that I sent you the video of, where he was like, this is the linoleum and the bag tarp thing he had.
Yeah.
I thought that was right up your alley. Just like,
Yeah.
it seemed something like, totally like something you would do.
So like what I would do is I create a false floor. So like it looks so like you build the platform. The whole thing. You just pull it out. And then here's a tray of shit. You do your thing with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cute.
And then we have to put sand underneath the coop for them to do their dust mite baths.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Okay. So they get a sandbox, but the kids don't. Nice.
Well, the kids have mites. That's what you
Maybe.
say to Good morning. It is Saturday. I'm out here checking on my blackberries to see if any of them are ripe. Besides that one from the other day, that one is getting there. And then I've got this little guy here that's starting to show up. So I just come out here like every day. I'm starting to see some color show up on more and more. So, that's good. But you can see like all of them there, right? So like we've got tons. Got my like heavy duty gloves on because these little thorns are not messing around. Look at this. See that big one up there? Can you see it? I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get back in there. But yeah, that one looks great. That one's like almost done. I actually kind of think, oh no, he's okay. Yeah. So we're doing all right. I don't really know what we're doing today. I know I'm going to do more research like I've been doing. This is basically what I do now, which is fine. Oh, look at that one. That one's like 1 day away. You see that big red one right there? I can't even reach that. I'm going to have to get, I'm going to have him help me. Okay. This is the thing, you got to kind of get in there and look, right? Because you never know. All right, and then when you see when I want to make grapes, I'll show you my grapes. Look at those. Aren't those beautiful? So I think what I'm going to do is, because the grapes really don't need this trellis, and this trellis has been beat to shit if you can't tell, like that's not. So I think I'm going to have him fix it for me and use this. And this, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, none of these do. So I'm going to have him use these 3 for my tomatoes. My coffee. I probably can't even really reach. So we're going to move that over. But we're not going to do that for a while. Just because, you know, there's really no point. He wants to build that, the run and the coop out and modify it. And I don't know what it'll be easier for him to have it on that side or what. But I asked him to make videos about it and he said yes. So y'all are going to see the whole progress of that, which is exciting. And then I got my other felt, I mean, let's go inside and I'll show you. I got my other felt pots in. So hopefully once the compost shows up, I think on Monday, the big tumbler, all of this stuff, these big piles, and the compost that's on the counter can go in there. We'll pick up some starter. I got my thermometer. I'll show you all that kind of stuff. But we're making some real headway, which is fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to laying some seeds down and getting them going. But, you know, we have a couple of steps before we get there. But we're making headway, which is, you know, progress over perfection, right? Okay, so this is the compost thermometer that I got. It's really big, obviously. It's 20 inches long. It gives you an idea of like temperatures and then what I can compost and what I can't, which is great. And then I'll show you, these are 30-gallon felt pots, fabric containers, whatever. So you can see the kind of better than plastic, better than raised beds, the air prune, the root structure releases heat, prevents the circling roots, aerates the zone, and great for aquatic. So I figured I'd give those a go and then we'll kind of see. So that's what I'm looking like right now.